Hey guys, this is VW. It's Sunday night. I was hanging out with my parents this weekend, and things are better there because the remote stuff is like real dull, and I got personal protectors, and so it's not too bad. I mean, I get headaches and whatnot. I came home. I just came home like I guess an hour ago, probably about an hour and a half ago. Um, and I got hit in the chest. I get it must be a ground weapon, ground directed energy weapon. I guess it's the hardest I've ever been hit in my chest. It feels like my heart has been damaged. Actually, I feel like I need to go to a doctor, but I got to go to work tomorrow. Um, it's the hardest I've ever. So like I'm gonna go to sleep. But I've been waking up with sore back and a sore chest, and that was the hardest I've ever been hit in my chest. It feels like my heart's been damaged. I didn't like have necessarily a heart attack, but it was really scary because I was like talking to a friend on the phone, and they were just like, it was going in the side of my chest and the top, and just crushing it, and it's the worst I've ever felt. So I don't know how they have this powerful of a directed energy weapon. I don't know why. I guess I'm making this video in case. I'm gonna go to sleep tonight. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, I've been gaining weight because they've been hitting me in the chest, and it's like my metabolism screwed up. This was the heaviest hit in my chest that I've ever had. And I'm not scared, but I want to be prepared. I'm going to sleep tonight at my house. I guess maybe I should go to my parents and sleep. I was going to do laundry. I kind of just want to get in my thing and go to sleep and see what I need to do to fortify. I mean, I've got so much. I got so much aluminum and so much corrugated steel, and I actually put corrugated steel on the outer sides of my house. So I don't know how it could be a ground weapon from his side or this side, because I actually put something that should have made it better. So I'm kind of guessing it's from across the street, and I'm fortifying my front. But they're a little bit further away, but I don't really have any defenses from that house across the street. So it's either he moved the remote stuff, because I have 7 tabletop defenders on that side, so I shouldn't really feel anything, or I think he either moved the remote stuff or they're hitting me with a ground weapon from across the street. I didn't feel the heart stuff at my parents', so the remote capability, I don't think so, because I wasn't feeling it there. So I'm pretty much sure that it is a ground. It's a very strong set of maybe they're all setting them like it, because there's 3 houses that are doing it to me, and maybe somebody behind me. I don't think so behind me, but so they could be doing all 3 houses and just pointing at my heart. But I was like breathing really heavy, and it just feels like. I mean, my heart's being cooked. That's what's happening, because it's microwave frequencies, and it doesn't, like, my heart doesn't start beating or anything. It's just like I get real tired, and you know how your heart kind of pumps blood to your brain. Like, I'll just get tired, and like I'll get sluggish. I'll get real sluggish, and it's like a hot, crushing, like, pressure on my chest. I mean, this guy, he's a murderer. The guy who lives now, he's a murderer. He doesn't care. I've heard him on the V2K, he's like, fuck this guy. He's like, I don't care. He's like, let's get this guy out of here. Just nonsense. And there's like a lady in there, not his wife. His wife, like, is terrified too. But they try and convince her and I hear him on the V2K, this other lady, she's like, we've got to do this. He's crazy. He's a crazy guy. It's okay to do this. And it's insane. It's like hearing somebody in a cult. But I hear him in the room, and I hear it's directional. It's not in my head. It's pretty scary, because it's like hearing death cult members discuss how they're going to kill you. or explain why it's okay. They don't really give reasons. It's just like, he's crazy, he's retarded. And they did this at my parents' house. I could kind of hear it remotely. Here it's like 10 times worse. Here it's 10 times worse because it's coming in from the ground. And they're doing remote stuff. So like going to my parents or going like away from it, you know, my parents, I don't think they're able to get people around there to do ground weapons to me. So like I'm real safe there. But if I move or I go somewhere like out of state, you know, they sometimes have gotten people around me. It's very scary that this is happening in our society, and these people are cold-blooded murderers. They have no reason to murder me. They have no reason to watch me under surveillance. I have nobody. Like tonight, I was just saying, I was like, I can't surrender. I have nobody to surrender to because I've done no crime. Like, so I can't even surrender. I can't go to the police and say, all right, y'all hit me with microwaves and I give up. There is none of that because I haven't done anything. I can't go in and be like, all right, man, seriously, you're going to stop my heart. So I turn myself in because I have nothing to turn myself in for. So that's a scary thing. There's like I was eating chicken, and so they were just like roasting my throat and my chest, and it was definite. I mean, it's that y'all know, y'all are targeted. If you're a target individual, you know. And so going outside kind of helps. Being inside somehow helps this the directed energy weapons. It somehow, like, either the walls encase it and it makes it more powerful, but if you go outside you get a little bit of relief. They can still hit you, but it's not as bad. So I might go outside right now. I kind of just want to keep talking to this video because I'm surrounded by people who might kill me tonight in my sleep. And it's weird because, you know, I will go to my job. I feel an obligation to do that. I really want to go to a hospital, but I will go to my job, and it's weird because I'll wake up and I feel like I've been burnt, like my back is sore, my chest is sore, and it feels like, you know, I've been baked. But I get up. It takes me about like 30 minutes to just get up and get my head to where, you know, I can climb, you know, crawl out and take a bath. I'm going to be taking some extra Epsom salt baths because I've seen so many chemtrails just every day, just washing over us. Yeah, see, when they hit me in the chest, it's not like a heart attack. I don't feel like a heart attack or anxiety or my heart's beating. It feels heavy on my chest and heat on my chest, and it literally feels like my heart's being cooked. And then my head starts to hurt, not because they're aiming something at my head, because your heart pumps blood through, you know, through your arms into your head. So I start feeling real sluggish when they do it. It's not really like I get like, oh, and I start shaking and having a heart attack. I get sluggish because my heart's not working as good. It's because it's being cooked. And I know like I'm 92 pounds or 192 pounds now. My average weight was like 175 or 165 to 175 for the longest time, and now I'm like 192 since they started hitting me in the chest. Some people say they lose weight, but I've been gaining weight since they hit me they're hitting me in the heart, and it must not, my metabolism must be getting screwed up because I'm getting fatter and I'm not eating more or doing anything different. I do drink a lot of cold drinks, so that might be it. I'm going to go ahead and kind of sit down. Just sit down a little bit. I need to document this. Oh, my dog's in my face. I love you, boo-boo. It's my boo-boo. There's my boo-boo Pepper. There's my boo-boo Pepper. I want to document this, though, because this is the most pain I think I've felt from this. Sometimes he'll jack it up, the frequency, and I have defenses, so he'll jack it up, it'll come through, it'll hit me real hard, but then it'll dissipate because it's like it's coming through real fast, and then my defenses kind of shuck it off. It's being shucked off, so it'll hit me real hard, I'll be like, oh my god, he's got it through, and I just wait a little while, and my defenses end up working. So it's like this battle, and especially with those tabletop defenders in my my defenders that are they basically create a field around me, so you can basically just up that frequency and it'll hit me for like a minute or 2 minutes real hard. Then like the field starts kind of doing its job in the tabletop defenders, the aluminum stuff. And I'm gonna do a video this week just on everything I've used to defend, and I'll just take everything out of my pockets and what I use, and show you what I have on the side of my house, go around the house, show you what not to do. The aluminum paint does work, but like it's going to be a lot of trouble for my mom to fix it. I think it's going to cost some money she's going to have to like not just paint over it, but fix the walls. I was talking to a friend in the front room, and they were hitting me in the side of the head and the side of the chest and the middle of the chest. So they've got a lot of ground weapons. I'm questioning what's going on with the remote weapon. I think there's just one station, but I know that other people like from far away can do it too. You can maybe get somebody to do it occasionally. Like that's the problem with this stuff. You don't know where it's coming from. I'm kind of lucky, like to know, because I saw him in the window with one of the ground weapons. One time, and then like I'll go take a bath and I'll be hit directly in the back, like so hard that I know it's coming from his house. Like there's been signs over the 2.5 years. I know like from these houses they are doing it, and from that house they are doing it. Like I'm sure of that. Like, and I guess I'm lucky for that reason, because some victims, like I guess victims, we shouldn't call ourselves victims, survivors of this horrible, horrible, horrible ritual. Like it seems like a ritual, like they're killing us in our houses and we're helpless. But I know that some survivors of this like horrible demonic ritual, I guess I'd call it, they like live around people who aren't doing it, and then it's coming from somewhere far away. And I question because I saw videos with the court case saying that satellite dishes were pointed towards this lady's house. So it might not be an actual satellite just shooting stuff down at me, but it may be a satellite using, a cell phone tower around here that has a satellite dish pointed at me. I saw like a Dish Network thing on my neighbor's, roof. It's pointed the other way. So I don't think that has anything to do with me, but I'm going to start looking for dishes and stuff on cell phone towers, because I think that is a way to relay it. They relay it from a satellite in the sky to a satellite on a cell phone tower, and then they can hit you that way. How they make it so accurate, I don't know. It might be coming directly from a satellite. I think that's what the remote station does. I'm like really, like shit. Oh. It gets a wide area. It gets like all around in my lungs and in my chest. And it just feels like my heart's in my throat kind of. And then I'll get a really bad head, and I'll get real sluggish, and I'll start I was actually like kind of stumbling because it hurt so bad. I mean, they're getting ready tonight. I mean, they've been doing this so long. This guy's tired, and the only way that he's going to finish this is by like crippling me and putting me in a psychiatric ward, or maybe putting me in the hospital, but he'll still have to hit me wherever he sends me. So I don't know what he's quite doing or going for. He's like, I'm going to end this, but he's just going to send me something. I'm going to get hurt and be sent somewhere, or go to a hospital, or move out of here, and he's going to keep doing it. So I don't know. Like, I hear on the V2K, he's like, I got to fucking finish this. He's like, I cannot let this guy live. So, like, he's saying stuff like that. Like, it went from 2.5 years ago, he was like, I like fucking around with this guy. I like screwing with him. To now, it's like, I can't let this guy live. Like, it's gotten so dark. The darkest I've ever seen anything in humanity, and it's happening all over the United States, and most of all it's happening to like young girls. Like I saw a testimony by like a 30-something-year-old woman tonight, and she was like the sweetest, most peaceful, talking about like karma and just talking, and they are just bombarding her with microwaves. Like, she's not dangerous at all. She's not stupid. She reminded me of someone who would be like a kindergarten teacher or a mom. And I'm just like, what is going on? Who are these people? Like, because they're saying, like, I'll hear this number. I call her number 3. She's a lady who hangs out with them, and I think she's the lady from next door to them, and she hangs out over there, and I think she does help sometimes on the torture station, like their little torture stations they work from. But she's like trying to convince his wife, like his wife's just like, leave him alone or whatever. So it's like I hear them in a room. Like, I don't hear anything in my head. I hear a directional voices. And actually, for the first year of being here, I just thought I could hear him yelling from his house. That's all I thought. I didn't even know about V2K. But this person number 3 is like trying to. She's like blah blah blah. Like the name of the lady who is his wife. We've got to kill him. He's crazy. He's retarded. Like, she doesn't have any reason she's given. She's just like, he's crazy. We have to do this. It's like crazy. It's like cult stuff. And it really is real people. They're real people over there talking about it. And they don't like say stuff to me. There are some people, like I think on the Hispanic side and maybe the house across the street, they say like, fuck you, man. Like, fuck, you're crazy, man. Like, sometimes they'll do direct stuff to me. But most of the time, they're like arguing amongst themselves about like, because his wife is going against it the whole time. She's got 2 kids. He's using his family. So, because I can't get a policeman over it. They'll go against me. I'm a crazy guy who's accusing this guy. He's got his family in front of him, using them. But she's like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like, I'm doing research. They're kind of, surveilling me while I do this research. And she, from the beginning, she's been against it. But then you see that all these women in the United States are being, like, raped and, like, microwaved. And they're not dangerous. And so it makes it even worse. But this guy and person number 3 are just like propaganda. They're like, we've got to do this. See, he's crazy. Like, if I like get angry and I'm like, why are you killing me? I can't even give myself up. That he's like, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. We got to do this. So, I mean, they hit me in the back, like the sides. Like, they go through the side of my chest to hit me. This is really happening. To anybody who doesn't think it's happening and thinks this is in my head, I mean, I guess anything can be in your head now, and I guess that's what psychiatry is, that anything can be a disorder. There's too many people. This is not a new disorder. Gang stalking is not some new mental illness that's been created in people's minds. It's not. It's a program to destroy a human being and make them look crazy and run them down for some reason, and people get prizes and they get money for doing it. Because it somehow, I think, I'll go ahead and just say it, I think it's military-industrial complex. I think the corporations that make these weapons that these people are using are funneling it through the military or through other organizations, which I won't name, but, I mean, not even the military, through like citizens who are kind of pseudo connected to certain things. They're funneling this money through, and they're getting these citizens to use these weapons. And it's like a military-industrial complex things where they're practicing with these weapons, so they're making better weapons for the military, and everybody's making a lot of money because there's a lot of money involved. And I think that's all it's about is money. Like, it's money, and like I think they get people who are okay with ritual sacrifice. So it's like 2 things going on there. They get people who like have kind of a fucked up philosophy of like, hey, I'm just gonna kill this guy and it's all cool, make up like people who don't care about being evil, or people that think that doing evil things will like cleanse them, so they'll be better people in real society. Like, this isn't real. And that they'll be better people if they kill me and get it all out or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know crazy people. Like, I don't know what they think. Like, I just want to be at peace, to have a girlfriend or a wife, to have a house, to have a job, and live in comfort and peace. And this is where I'm at. Like, I'm in a very dark place. this guy could stop my heart tonight. Like I know I'll wake up feeling like I've been burnt too crisp. I'll crawl out and I'll go to my job, and it affects the job. Like, because I'm not consistent. Like, I've been tortured all night. So it's like people either think that I'm just dumb, or that, like, I'm not paying attention, or that I'm on drugs or something. So it does affect the job, but by the skin of my little teeth, and because, like, I'm a good person and I'm pretty smart, like, I cleverly work my way around this stuff, what this guy's doing to me, and keep my job. Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm just going to a job and living a regular life, and he's like, we've got to do this. And this is his job. This is his life. Like, these people are 24/7 surveillance and no-touch torture. That's this program. Whatever it is and whatever it's for, that's what happens. And I don't know how they do it. I think he switches off sometimes with some people. Like person number 3, I think over here to the other side, they switch out. Like, I know one guy does go to a job. They switch out. They get people who aren't working or like are on a pension or something like that, and those people get involved, and then they spend the most of the time doing the consistent torture. And then the people that do go to jobs, they'll throw in whatever they can whenever they're not at their jobs. Like, it's crazy. It's craziness. This is severe craziness, and like, it sucks that it is in our society. He's hitting me in the chest right now. Like, he's hitting me with microwaves in the chest while I'm making this video. He did earlier when I made another video at my parents' house, but it wasn't as bad. The ground weapons are horrible. Like, I want to get out of this house, and my plan is to try and get some property where I'm not directly near other houses, so he can't go in and lie and get other people to do it, because that's what they do. Like, people can call me crazy, call me whatever. This is too serious to screw around anymore. And, you know, I'm gonna work my hardest to just give my testimonial and make this journal, even if people don't believe me, even in my lifetime, which I hope doesn't happen. I hope enough people get to know about this stuff so it runs these people off so they can't do this as easily, at least. But I hope we win some court cases, like, and we can talk about this and figure it out, because this stuff is gruesome. It's the most gruesome thing I've ever confronted, and it's right in my house. It's not in my backyard. It's not in another country. It's not somewhere in another state. This is in my house. I was attacked in my home. Like, attacked in my home by somebody I didn't even know. He watched me. He surveilled me through my wall. And then he saw it. I mean, he had to have seen that I wasn't dangerous, that I wasn't doing anything. And yet he still attacked me and tortured me. So, I mean, you see the testimonials. These people aren't dangerous. This woman tonight was the most peaceful. She's almost like a hippie, and she was like talking about energy and stuff like that. And they were just ripping her apart. I mean, she's like, her family doesn't believe her, and she doesn't talk to him anymore, and she has no friends. And she's a beautiful woman. She's a beautiful woman, like, smart, you know, very smart, very spiritual. And her life is a living hell. And you know those things that she said on her testimonial? She's like, well, you just got to be positive, and you got to take back. They're going to make you feel negative, and you got to be... That was her whole thing, and she's lost her life, and her whole thing was like, just be positive and be a nice person. Like, that's crazy. These people that's who they're hurting. Like, and some people yell, I get mad, I get really mad, and she's a lot stronger than me. There are a lot of women out there who are being attacked and raped in their homes and molested in their homes, and they're a lot stronger than me, and I give them kudos. Like, they're shooting her with microwaves in this kind of ritual that they do, and all she says is, you know, just be real positive and keep positive energy, you know, and don't let them get to you. Like, I mean, just nothing. She says nothing about, like, hey, you gotta fight back and stuff like that. Like, I mean, we gotta fight back with information, but you can't. Somebody said on one of the videos, like, I guess I'm talking fast, like, because I've been hitting the chest, and so now it's, I just breathe. But somebody was saying, like, you know, the answer to 1984 is 1776. and that we should, like, hey, take up arms. If your neighbor's attacking you or whatever, take up arms. And they said it whimsically. They didn't say it seriously. It wasn't a plan. But no, it's not. It's not that simple. It's not that simple anymore, because if you do that, you're going to be the crazy. They're going to be able to do whatever they want to you. They're going to say you've been crazy the whole time while they've been murdering you, and it'll make all of your pain and suffering worthless. It'll make it all. You've got to get out information. You got to protect your body first, and I'm going to do a whole thing on that. Protect your body first, because I'm seeing some really smart, targeted individuals. They are not protecting their body. Like, they're so smart, and they can do so much for this world and our cause, but they're being melted. I mean, not literally melted, but they're being boiled inside of their bodies. And you got to protect your body first of all. Then you got to get with your spirituality. Then you got to put information out. That's my holy trinity right there. And then, talking to authority figures and all that's all good, but that's the triage, I guess. That's the triage. And also, I've got a number. Why don't I just give that out now? Well, it's on my phone, so I can't get to it. But God, I can't remember the name of the agency. It's like protection from electronic harassment and surveillance. That organization has like a group call. Like, I think every night, and even Saturday nights at like 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I have the numbers and everything, so I'll give it on the next video, and I'm going to start joining those calls, and they're trying to figure out stuff and what to do. So we need to get involved. We all need to get involved with each other. Even, I don't know, I'm paranoid, and like, I even think, I'm like, oh, well, probably, stalkers get on those calls and like, mess with stuff, but it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. We got to start, fighting against it. Like, even if stalkers come in and try and do stuff, we've got to start being transparent in certain ways where we know, or we can tell if somebody's not being transparent and not telling the truth, because this is just too serious. It's too serious to go on and just keep allowing people to be raped and microwaved in their homes. It's not America. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna quit this video right now. God bless y'all. I just wanted to document, because it was the worst chest pains I'd ever felt from this, and it's right when I got home. Like, I was at my parents' house pretty much all weekend. I got home, and I ate, and like, what he likes to microwave the contents of my stomach, or if I'm eating, he likes to microwave as the food's going down, and that really hurts, and I think it can actually hurt my chest and increase, the damage that he's doing to my heart. But alright, I'll see you guys in later videos. I'm going to go to sleep tonight and pray to God. I think I'm pretty safe. I've got a lot of stuff around me. I'm going to sit in there for a while, but he's tricky, because I'll get in there and not go to sleep. And while I'm not asleep, I won't feel much. But then I think when I go to sleep, he goes to work. It's like he's tricky. Like, so I'll be sitting in there awake, and he'll be going easy, because he doesn't want me to like fortify anything or get worried. And then when I go to sleep, I'll wake up and my chest, it'll feel like I need to rip my heart out of my chest. So, all right. Well, I'll get through it. Definitely. I hope you guys are doing good in y'all situations. Physical protection is a must, because I have so much protection, like physical stuff, and scalar waves and fields around me, fields going out against his house, and like materials that block this stuff, and he's still hurting me a lot. I'd be dead without those. Like, that's a fact. I've accepted that. So it is really a war for me. It's some kind of ritual for them or something, I guess. But alright, guys, I'll see you on the next one. God bless y'all.